Good day, my SC viewers. This is Satellite Media. If you are new to this channel, kindly like, share, subscribe, and please do not forget to hit the notification bell. Let's look at matters arising sequel to the Benue issue. This time around, I'll be bringing you the highlights, and thereafter, I'll bring you the 3 videos to watch. The highlights have to do with Trump intervention in the past to resolve this killing in Nigeria. The second one have to do with security escorts spotted escorting cows and Fulani Herdsmen in Benue State. The third one has to do with the youths chasing away the herders and the cows out of their community in Benue State. I'll bring you the 3 videos to watch. But before I do that, let me quickly go to Daily Post and bring you how they report concerning this. It's a tension in Makurdi as angry youth chase away red cows, Fulani herders. You go further to say that tension fled in the Gu area of Makurdi, the Benue State capital, on Monday morning, as irate youths forcefully drove out a herd of cattle reportedly belonging to Dixon Takigi, a member of the House of Representatives representing Makurdi Gumi Federal Constituency. Remember that Gumi was the area local government where we had that issue of the killing. He go further to say that the Choas followed the arrival of the cows on Sunday evening, accompanied by 6 Fulani herders and a group of heavily armed escorts. Eyewitnesses told Daily Post that the presence of the armed men and strange herders sparked widespread anxiety among residents. He go further to say that people couldn't sleep. There was panic everywhere. We were shocked to see armed escorts with cow parading through our community, said a resident who requested anonymity. It felt like an invasion. No one knew what was happening or why they were here. By dawn, the community had erupted in protest with scores of youth taken to the street to demand the immediate removal of the cattle and their minders. The protesters chanting and waving placards alleged that the presence of the herders posed a security risk, especially in light of recent deadly attack on farming communities in Benue State. Takigi reportedly arrived at the scene in a bid to calm tension and explain the situation. However, his intervention was roundly rejected by the protesters, who insisted that both the cows and their Fulani handlers must leave the area without delay. The confrontation reached a head when the youths, undeterred by security personnel, began chasing the herd out of the neighborhood, forcing the Fulani herders to flee with them. At this point, let me bring the first video that has to do with Trump earlier intervention. Thereafter, I'll bring the video where the cows were spotted, being escorted by armed men and a healer's van, before I bring the video of the youths who actually chased them out.
We've had very serious problems with Christians who have been murdered, killed in Nigeria. We're going to be working on that problem, and working on that problem very, very hard, because we can't allow that to happen.
So actually, since Trump speaking in that video, you could understand that the issue of killings in Nigeria is an age-long one, and you could equally understand that it have reached the eye of international communities. And again, as a people, as a country, it behoves on our security agencies to do the needful to address it. But let me allow you to watch the video of the healer's van and security personnel spotted escorting cows and Fulani herders in Benue State. Thereafter, we'll further this conversation. So haven't seen how the security personnel were escorting Fulani herders and cow. Though it's not clear whether they were government security personnel, but you could clearly see the healers in front of the cows moving. But let me bring you another video that has to do with when the youth rose and demanded that the Fulani, the herders, and the cow should leave their community. Even not even the intervention of the rep member that was claimed to be the owner of the cow could douse tension. But watch this video and see how the cows and the Fulani herders were hurriedly leaving while they were being chased by the youths.
These cows belongs to the Honorable Rep Dixon Taki. Last night he took them to Nyajungu settlement, and the youth of Nyajungu today said that these cows cannot live with them. They should be protecting lives other than protecting cows. So the youth of Nyajungu now chase these cows away. As you can see, the cows are roaming on the road, and then the people taking care of these cows are the Fulanis, up to 6 Fulanis. 6 Fulanis. These are Dixon's cow. Dixon is harboring 6 Fulanis to protect these cows. But the youth of Nyajungu today said no, these cows cannot live in their community. So they have chased the cows away. You can't be protecting cows. You should be protecting lives and properties, not you harboring cows and Fulanis. This is damage.
Haven't watched that video where Trump was actually trying to intervene. You probably watch the video of Benue youths chasing away those cows and the Fulani herders. Now let us examine this issue, because from what we are seeing, the solution we are looking at today was already provided in the Abuja Accord. Because the issue of security, the issue of state police that would have solved this problem was contained in the Abuja Accord. The issue that has to do with the military formation that was supposed to be decentralized was also contained in the Abuja Accord. So for me, the way it stands, it is two things. It's either you restructure the country or you separate the country peacefully for people to go their separate ways. Because come to think of it, what Mazen Dadukale is asking for is purely separation by self-determination. Self-determination is a right both locally and internationally. Because Nigeria is already a single to UN charter that talks about self-determination. Because the way it is, we cannot continue in this manner where life has become valueless. We are seeing monumental ways of life in Benue State, and not just Benue State. We saw what happened in Boko's and Basa local government areas of Plateau State. The same thing is applicable to Southern Kaduna, though we have not heard anything of such from that area recently. The same thing is applicable to even Taraba and some other places. So the best bet at this point is either the government will restructure, or if they are not restructuring, then let us go our separate ways. Because if you look at it, by providence, God created Nigeria different people. The Hausas are a different people by providence. The same thing is applicable to the Yorubas. The same thing is applicable to the Igbos and other minority ethnic groups in Nigeria. So to that extent, if the Abuja Accord could not stand because of Nigerian factor, because when they came back from the Abuja Accord, the Nigerian government under Gowon denied everything. That led to civil war. And many years after the civil war, those issues they sought to resolve are still with us. So you see that it is either to restructure or people will part ways. That is the best way to go. So you are welcome back. Seeing that the people are suffering this level of insecurity, churches being shut down, government seem to be handicapped. What is the fate of Christians in the north? What is the fate of Nigerians in the hands of Fulani militias?
My beloved brother, I remember humble self, that Biafran evangelist, and I will continue to speak the truth. If you watch what is going on in Benue, to be precise, not just in Benue, all over the country, but to Benue now as the figure of the fact. See, my brother, that we are afraid that traveled, what he said to the US Congress, what he has said is pure clear. The truth is here. Nigeria always like to hide the truth. They always like to cover the truth. See, because of what? They are evil. Because of the evilness and the wickedness that is in this country.
But let us look at the position of the US Congress. Because when, after listening to Reverend Alfred, they directed the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, to sanction Nigeria.
Yes, but up till now, I don't really understand what is holding Donald Trump. I don't know what is, not just only by sanction. Let there be an action. Sanction with the action. Sanction by action. Donald Trump should, not just Donald Trump, the world. Except you are not lovers of humanity. Except you don't value life. Except you don't have the Spirit of God in you. Except you don't have human feeling. Except you don't have a blood. Except you don't. Baba, these are the only people that will hear this and kept quiet. What is happening in Benue and what has happened in Benue is quite alarming. It has gone beyond. It is no longer a news to be reported again. It has become a phenomenon, a normal thing in Benue, which is not supposed to. We have been saying that these people called the Fulanis wanted their mission, to the dream of the late Usman Fodio, to be actualized here in Nigeria. And that is why you see them, the people that are targeting are the Christians. Imagine in a whole Benue that touches people. See, look at children, the life of the children, that you don't know what they will be tomorrow. See the way they render them lifeless. The whole family, the years or whatsoever the family have labored to have those children are becoming vain. And who are the behind this? Human beings like them are the brain behind all this. And the government is not doing anything. The state government is not providing any means to stop this thing. If federal government is not making any provision to that, why can't you, as the state governor, as the local government chairman, the senators in the state, the people of the state, why can't you come up with something in order to stop this nonsense that is going on in Benue? You understand? See, my brother is becoming too obvious. Though I didn't come from Benue, but I am not happy, because I believe that those lives that have been taken, those children that have been by, they are human beings, and moreover they are Christians, and because they are Christians, see churches too being shut down in a country like this. And is it only Muslim that should be allowed, to have their freedom here in this country? And if that should be the case, that means what I earlier said and what I've been saying since, that Nigeria is an Islamic country, and not just an Islamic country, but a jihadist nation. And that is why you see them carrying out this, abnormal activities. Federal government is not doing anything. That's why the fact that we have somebody like Bola Ahmed Tinubu that come from the West, yet the worst is still going on.
Okay, now we understand that in a place like Idoma, in a place like TV, in a place like one Taraba community, they have given Fulani quick notice. Particularly those Idoma and TV say at the end of May, Fulani should vacate. Do you think the people of Benue have what it takes to enforce it and ensure that Fulani leave their place?
My brother, they have what it takes. It is their land, and they have, and what has happened is enough evidence for them to come up with anything at all to evacuate those people, to quit them. And let me tell you, if I happen to be the Benue governor, with all these things, even this one that happened now, automatically I will stand up and I will quit them. Are you getting me? I will quit them and I will stand to challenge federal government. Anywhere in the world, I will stand to challenge federal government, and I will report the case, not just only here in the Nigeria. I will take it out of this country, because the thing is becoming too obvious. Yes, it's becoming too obvious. I repeat, I will take it out of Nigeria. I will report it to international bodies. I will need a special assistance from the international bodies, and I will demand for it, and I will ask for it, and I will ready to face Nigeria, even in the Nigerian court, because I have reported several occasions to Nigerian federal government for help. How can they be taking lives like that? Life that they cannot create.
Okay, now let us look at it from this angle, because James Hacker, the Air Force commander of America, of Europe and Africa, made it very clear that they were going to be targeting terrorists in Africa. I know that Nigeria, when you talk about terrorism, you have Boko Haram, you have ISWAP, you have
please don't waste time.
Military.
Please don't waste time. Please don't waste time. Don't just say it. Come and act. If you know anything you can do to help Nigeria, please come. Don't just talk. Act. I need action. I don't believe in talking. I believe in action.
So you are in support of U.S. America come here
not just only them, but not just only America, but to Russia, all over the world, both Korea, all of you should come, because the thing has superseded the ability of Nigeria. Nigerian government, including the incumbent government, doesn't have a say again. They cannot do anything again. They don't have anything to offer again. If you people, America and the rest, the whole world have any help, please, even within Africa here, let them join hands to come and help Nigeria. Because this jihadist has automatically overrun Nigeria. So including the presidency.
So there is support of America come here to bomb terrorists.
Bomb anything, bombable. Destroy anything destroyable for peace to reign. The Christians, all the Christian countries, the Christian nations, Israel, you people should wake up. Your brothers are dying daily here in Nigeria. They are killing, they are taking lives every day by day in Nigeria. You people should rise up. Christianity and the children of God must not be utterly wiped out, especially in this country called Nigeria. You people should rise up and help. Anyhow you can help, please, we need your help. I am calling on international men to now, international bodies, please. I use the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. You people should come and help the Christians, the fellow brothers, and the asses of Nigeria.
Now let us take it from this angle again, because there is a military personnel that retired from the intelligence arm of the military, who have made it very clear that there are some people, of course, that sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria. Their aim ultimately is to Islamize Nigeria. And he said that at the time when they interrogated some persons who were arrested, that they made it clear that some persons who are involved in this sponsorship, as at the time of Buhari, some of them, according to him, were already governors. Do you think Nigeria is safe in this?
Nigeria is not safe. I've been saying it. And Nigeria can never be safe, because I've been saying this thing before now. See, a prophet is not by coming. When you speak, you will see it. I've been telling you people, not just only in this platform, that the people behind the insecurity in Nigeria are Nigerian politicians. Those herdsmen you are seeing, how many cows did they used to carry up and down? And how much is the price of each cow? Calculate it together. Then how much is AK-47 and AK-49? How much are they selling it? Then how much is the price of a bullet? Then by the time you check all these things, you will discover that these people are not selling their cow to buy arms. They have sponsors somewhere. People that are stealing our money, taking our money, and doing what? Using it to work against us. You understand? And those people are Nigerian politicians. So let the Nigerian politicians be seriously checkmated. And if there should be, look into, you will discover that out of 36 or 37 states in Nigeria, almost 27 to 30 of them, governors, are involved in this thing that is happening in Nigeria. And that is why these people, these criminals, these jihadists have enough bullet to waste. they have enough gun to handle.
Okay, let us take you to another angle. Thank you very much for attending this.